This show is brought to you by the All Pro Nation Radio Network. Be sure to like and subscribe and check us out online at allpronation.com, where fans have a voice.
Good morning, All Pro Nation family, and you are tuned into the APN Morning Byte. I'm your host, Chris Smith, and today we're going to talk about March Madness. Yep, it's that time again. It's that time of year again for March Madness. If you guys will go over to the All Pro Nation podcast and look up my co-host Tanner Weber's Twitter page, that's at purple_post. He is doing a bracket challenge. If you hurry up, you might can still get in with that. It's only a $10 buy-in, I believe, so go shoot him a message and you can get in on that. But today on the Morning Byte, we're going to be talking about a couple teams to be on the lookout for heading into March Madness. First team I'm going to bring up is going to be New Mexico State. They're out the Midwest region. They're the 12th seed there. And they have Chris James as their head coach, who is no stranger in playing spoiler, as he was a longtime assistant under Wichita State coach Greg Marshall. The Aggies, they get after it on defense, are one of the best mid-major defenses in the country, ranking 16th nationally. And they're not afraid to play with the big boys. They've gone toe-to-toe this year with Miami and USC. They're not going to be intimidated. They're going to be coming and they're going to be ready to play. Of course, they got fifth-year senior Zach Lofton, who's averaging 19.8 points per game. They're going to come out and they are going to want to have something to prove. The next is going to be South Dakota State out of the West region. They're the number 12 seed there. And have you heard of Mike Daum? If you haven't heard of Mike Daum, I don't know what you're doing in college basketball. He is a killer center for the Jackrabbits. He's a three-point bombing machine. He's averaging 23.8 points per game. He just fits in perfectly for that team. He likes to shoot from deep. He's shooting his average 42.1% is of his shots are from deep, and then as a team, they're actually shooting 40.3% of their shots deep. So he fits in perfectly there. Another thing that makes the Jackrabbits so deadly is they never turn the ball over. Only 13.8% of their possessions actually result in turnovers. So when they have the ball, they're definitely taking care of the ball. So that's something else that kind of makes the Jackrabbits a little bit more deadly. The next team we're going to talk about is going to be Murray State. They're out the East region. They're the number 12 seed. They've long been one of the top mid-major programs in the country. It seems like every year in, year out, they're always at least getting a couple wins under the belt in the tournament. And this is a very talented group. They've got the former Tulane guard Jonathan Stark, who's averaging 21.8 points per game. And Murray State is just an outstanding team. And then finally, Marshall out the East region. They're the number 13 seed. They have a head coach, Dan D'Antoni. You may recognize that last name as his brother was a longtime NBA coach, Mike D'Antoni, with the Phoenix Suns, New York Knicks, Los Angeles Lakers, etc. And, you know, his team, if you had to pick an NBA team to compare them to, I'd say the Houston Rockets. They don't have James Harden, of course, but they do put up a lot of points. That's it for the Morning Byte. We'll see y'all tomorrow.